Well, we got through a lot of trial stuff the past two times. And we got the Blast from the Past trial from 7 years ago, finding out how he lost his badge. I think it has everything to do with the fact that Gumshoe was a little too antagonistic toward us.
Gumshoe was very angry.
Yeah, well, but that. Well, now it is time. The Mason System! That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present, but you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of that trigger?
Alexa, stop.
Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Gramarie, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first you must chase the truth around then, through then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half-finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There's something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use L1 and R1 to jump between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is... Now that you know the game, let's play. Okay, so we got the detention center, defendant lobby, Wright & Company law offices, and Jew studio. We will start with the defendant lobby. Because I'm pretty sure we just got our butts kicked in court. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun.
Now he's a dad.
Yeah. I wanted to wake up to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision, it's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Sack. But there is one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this court, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this. Mr. Enigmar! The defendant's escaped. Find him quick. Bailiff, close all exits from the building. On the double, he must not be allowed to escape. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir!
Oh, him.
Down on the hands. Gotta get the cat off. There we go. Down on the hands, floor on your head. Now. Oh, is that how you say it? Down on the hands, floor on your head? What's the big idea? My ears. No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Zoink? I just say it like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case, 2 years ago. No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir. Okay, you're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir, Court Bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Alright, Meekins and the magician's disappearance. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. But last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform... I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day? I'm dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiffs full of hope. Then tragedy strikes. Is there anything you could tell me about it? About Zachary's disappearance? Oh, the humanity. That's enough of that. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open. Slam, and some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way. Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. Aha! There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own. Okay. And which way did Zachary run after bursting through the courtroom door? He went up like this, and round the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here, because it was, lobby number 2, sir. You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone. That's impossible. Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here. Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished? Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape.
You know what, it might have been pink. I take it back.
Yeah. Unless it was Trucy.
Now.
Let's see, 40, 37. He ran right in here, right inside this room. Silk hat, cape, that's Zach, all right. But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir. What about now? Have any ideas? Sir? Ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking? You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that?
Cyclops.
Yeah, Cyclops, I should have known. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts, and if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. So, what do we have in the court record? Well, let's see if we have enough. The disappearing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey, what's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden? You know something, and I'm going to find out what. Zachary Marie vanished from this room. How'd he do it? How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say sir. Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here, and... Listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What did you just say? Sir, did I just say something, sir? No, you screamed it through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. Yeah, it was Trucy. Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir. Sir, that day, she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't. You mean you chased her into this room, not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zachary Marie. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Do we actually have what we need? I'm not so sure we do.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah. Alright, we'll stop for now. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Okay. So the future's all blocked off. Oh, present day is all blocked off. Okay. I guess... Detention center. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane? Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet these chains cannot hold me for long. What are the kitties doing?
I don't know. Ichabod's just been really weird today. He's attacked him twice and he's been violent.
The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnifique Marie, for one. Who pulled that trigger, Valent or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Fateful trial. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows, yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Grimoire killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant. And also, yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valant Grimoire has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. Entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zach Grimoire followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve. Ah ha 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 ha. Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Jesus.
Oh wow, I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. Okay, there's no way we have enough to solve a 4, so we will come back. How about writing company law offices? Ooh, morning, Daddy. Ah, I'm so glad you came. You okay, Daddy? They picking on you? Ha 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 ha. I am fine as always. This old boy is here to help me after all. That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Thanks, my first show's today after all. 2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird. Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you. Huh? Really? So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family? Huh? I guess so? Getting weirder. Mr. Attorney? Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything. Okay, say, Daddy? That was quick. Yes? If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy. Ah. Oh, in this office? It's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Ah. Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this. Trucy, how old are you? Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy. Ah, thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? Alright, the office and Daddy. So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right? You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that. Actually, that's pretty accurate. So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way. Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know how much about anything other than the law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people. Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead. You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent? You've got me, don't you? I'm a professional. A professional? Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Grumarier. Directly descended? He's your father. Oh. And now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too. I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Or Zach Grumarier? Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy. Which daddy was that again? Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troupe Grumarier, and they're big. The Grumariers, they were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it. Big magic happens when you put Zach and Val and Grumarier together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall. Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top? I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic. Ack. I shouldn't have brought... Oh, Kitty, get out of the way. I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone. Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother. But I have my magic, and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay. I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. So, Trucy, you're a professional. Yes, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs. They say that? I always thought it was funny, though. What was? Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid. Right, so, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy. That's right. Well, want to see a trick? You're going to do a magic trick? Sure. Show me. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all. That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da! Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen. Yeah! Whoa, that was startling. The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression. Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Ha! Get it? Heady? My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. Oh, I see what happened now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how he got away, so we can go back there in a sec. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay? Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage. On stage? You mean with your daddy? Yep. She was always there with Zach and Val and smiling. But then she went away. Went away? It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back. Maybe so. I cried then a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Does it look like the mirror?
You think it looks like Lemire?
I do.
This is your mother? She's beautiful. Her name's Thalassa Grumarier. Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's Hey, Daddy, you won't... Don't worry. I won't vanish, I promise. Right. You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan. I guess all I rate as is a backup plan. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that. It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Wright Talent Agency opens tomorrow. What? But are we representing anyone? Me and you, that makes two, Daddy. I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent. Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at. Well, when you put it that way. You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket. Okay, I'll think of something. That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy. Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team, right. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Alright, finished that. Did we open anything up here? No. Okay. So let's go back to the defendant lobby. So basically, she lured him away, and then Zack went somewhere else. Alright, so we get through this first part. The accomplice is Trucy. Oh my god, he does sound like a chicken! I didn't even realize that! Alright. Here we go. What's that? I thought he was going to say Thalassogramarye. That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar for the South Park fans.
The South Park fans?
Yeah, Mr. Hat.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to the Wonder Bar? So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir? Come again? That night on stage I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat, he really exists. I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zacharimard exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room. Zacharimard, don't even think you can escape Meekins. Down on your hands, floor on your head. Hello? Something the matter, mister? No, that is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zacharimard, do you know him? Oh, I love Zacharimard. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, that very same Zack came into this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him, Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream. A dream that lasted a week? But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat. Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you were standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs to lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zacharimard's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait. Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case. It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once, but this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me. Actually, about that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor. Okay. I let the defendant escape, that's the stone-cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe! Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want, it's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I'd have taken away from me. But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir. I look forward to it. All eyes were on Zachariah that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Two down. Alright. Let us go to Drew's studio first, and then we'll do other stuff. He's coughing. The kitty's coughing. What are you coughing for, Arpeggio? Poor kitty. We are checking on kitty really fast. You'll be okay, kitty. Sometimes he has to just cough it out. Or just, yeah. He's got to get the coughs out. I figured you'd come here sooner or later.
It looks a lot run down, then.
Yeah, it looks like...
Or maybe this is their old place, because remember they moved to a new place?
That's right, that's right. I decided on sooner. Drew Misham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. Whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that, right? That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. This is my daughter. Vera, say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Maybe we should examine some stuff here, since there's stuff. What's this painting here? That's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table. Not a feeling I know anything about, at least not yet. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Going home by any chance? No, I was just checking out the door. Oh. Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Maybe I'll just sidle on over for a closer look. A lot of this stuff looks familiar. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside of the stamp? Ah, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. The stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. That's Zack and Valent. The Gamariers, isn't it? The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Gamariers were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She's watched them every time they came on TV until the end. I see. That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. This is you and Vera? Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter, why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately. Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice? That's a pretty bottle. Ah, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
Interesting.
Why?
Maybe she has poison in that because someone poisoned her at the trial, but not in a lethal dose.
Ah.
And she was always painting her nails.
True.
And isn't it that bottle?
Yeah, because they always show that when she's doing her nails. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. What's this red envelope? Ah, don't touch that. That's her... It's quite important. The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I'd better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it. There are some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really. I'll sell you one for 50 cents. That's okay, they look kinda heavy. Oh. Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. Whoops. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate. Ah, those. Those aren't for painting, they're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle. Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves with noticeable gaps. It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. I can see how you'd want to do that, sure. Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color. As long as you have the 3 primary colors, well, it's a lie. Poor guy. There's something that I missed that was, Ah, there we go. Maybe I'll just settle on over here for a closer look. Oh, wait, what? Again? Oh, yeah, because it's off the small frame. Okay, now we should be done with that. I think we got everything. Alright. Apologize to me, please. Judging from this place, you're a painter. Not sadly a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter. Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid, very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Okay. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then let's talk. No psych blocks yet. McNeely's diary. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I'd attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. This is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy? The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote. Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally, Oh, there it is. Ah, Cyclock, of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Well, let's see if we have. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no Cyclocks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand, no backing down now. So what's Misham hiding? The forger, the sample...
Well, we know he's hiding the forger, but we don't know that now.
Yeah.
But we know that he's hiding the client, or the sample.
Well, we don't know that now, but I think this would be us guessing that he's hiding the forger. Like, maybe this would be Phoenix's discovery of that.
Okay.
Because he's not hiding the client. That we know.
What about the sample? The writing sample?
Oh, he told us about it. Do you think he's hiding it?
I don't know.
We'll go with forger first. I'll give my apologies if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said. What is it then? You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any Psychlocks. Psycholocks? Is that some sort of asylum security or a new hairstyle, perhaps? But then they did show up, didn't they? There's your client. As I said in court, I do not know. Really, even for such... I want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them, not personally. Not personally. Those words trigger the Psychlock. Again with the Psycholock. Now I really must know what they are. So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence? Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about Cyclocks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got here. And your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham. Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could have it been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew Studio is... Vera. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The Cyclops tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. Ahem. I feel very much on the verge of going Psycho-Lock myself. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now. Do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once. Here to the studio. What? Why didn't you say so sooner? But their face was covered and they did not want to talk to me. So they talked to your daughter. I will speak only with the artist, the client told me. Then the little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Let's talk to Vera, we did everything. Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess, you'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so actually. With only one exception, which was, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. All right. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say Do, Re, Mi. Can't find them anywhere. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. Probably she won't say anything here either. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? Oh, I know we'll get through to her.
Show her the stamp?
Yes! And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp, how can I keep her talking?
Great musicians, aren't they?
That's what I think. I don't know if she cares about the frame. Isn't Shuka Marie amazing? Ah. Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zach and Valent. I mean, they're, just so magical. Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know? Me too, me too. I love them, they're so cool. It's like magic, yeah. Alright, she's talking, not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grimarier Museum of Magic. The Grimarier Museum? They have one of those. I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once when I was little, with Father. Their Grimarier on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together, they do it all. Yeah, maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe? Oh, sure. Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. Well, true, but there are lots of good people too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been... Well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grimarier Museum. With you, in fact. Ah, yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was. Father, I told you to keep that a secret. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things. I really like painting. A lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. So you did this too? Oh yes, that was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips, and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Gamarier coffin. I guess no one told her. They're the best in the world. Huh, oh, you mean Troupe Gamarier, of course. Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. I guess I just took it, yeah. Took it? Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the client? Oh, we talked about the Gamariers forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent the stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job, and you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about uh-oh. Eh? If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really, really have to know. How many Cyclocks? Oh! Right, time to do some psych unlocking. Well, let's see if we have enough. You seem to trust this client, quite a lot in fact. Because they gave you this stamp? No, that's not why. They listened to me, to my problem. The problem that keeps her inside all the time? Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. A good luck charm that your client gave you. I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? It's not this, it's in the frame.
And she needed it to go to trial.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe we... Even though she only has 2, I don't think we have it. Alright. I may not have enough evidence. Maybe it's time to do a little legwork. Let's go to present day. Unless there's something we can do with this guy. He has 4. But let's go back to the Borscht Club. Whoa! I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Ahem. Do you know who I am? Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I have heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is... a friend of yours? Don't mind me, I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman. He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists. And I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started, I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Boris Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory, they come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes, there's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes, but before we go... Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith. Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter. Oh, I'm... No, Phoenix Wright. Huh? You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am. Have we met? Ah. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this. Mr. Enigma, the defendant's escaped. Find him. Bailiff. Oh, and now we know who the bailiff was. That's the bad part. You can't be, but you're... Zachary Marie. Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I have only an audience of one. You. Zachary Marie, this must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You there. Da? We will play soon. Ready the room. Da, I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him? The Zachary Marie? Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that. Is she well? Trucy, I mean. She's fine. I've got her working already, hope you don't mind. I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That and to settle a matter of cards. By which you mean poker. Those eyes, he's serious. I despise losing above all else. And so I have decided that I will win tonight no matter what it takes. I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition, all else is secondary. Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me, and I you. We competed that day 7 years ago too. Ah yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. 2, 1. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I played for a long time and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. You chose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do. Trucy's power? Trucy, she is in a class of her own. For 7 years, I played poker here at the Boris Bowl Club, and I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals. Daddy, he's got a good hand. He might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon. Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic, but those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill. Her line? Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost. Magnifique Marie. That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you were saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Grimarier blood or something. Blood. I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time. It's some kind of Grimarier secret, then? Fine. She's 15 this year? She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know. I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go? Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this. This? A transferal of rights. You see the signature? A transferal? That's Magnifi Grimarier's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all the rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zack Grimarier. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. Wait, let me see that. How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifi gave it to me that night. You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare my escape from that courtroom. The greatest of Magnifi Grimarier's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted the rightful heir. Rightful? I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter. That is why I have risked all to come here tonight. Brushel? Sir? Ah, here you go. What's this? A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides. Ah, I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary. You are? By day I wear a notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also by day I wear a reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I have come here tonight. Now we know what's inside the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said. Precisely. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly. Which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say I am securing my daughter's inheritance. But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I am afraid. This case? Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifi Grimarier. However, this was done in secret and without witnesses. Before Magnifi died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zack Grimarier, and Valent Grimarier, not Trucy. I see, so you do need this document. I've known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Okay, let's see if we have what we need. We might not. If not, we can talk to his brother in the past. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet, I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why's that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalassa Gramarye? I will not speak of that. Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her.
Do we know that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe because she was part of the troop? I don't know.
I think she was part of the troop.
The three of you were a team once. Yay, we got it! Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind the fame, one that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valant Gramarye's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valant would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you. Her eyes. I'd love Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead and Magnifi Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy. Mr. Zack? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else. Someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. Ha ha, how would I know? My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. Well, he can perceive. This boy. His name is, I forget, something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. I don't think we have any ring. And I don't
have a picture of his bracelet, right?
Right. We'll come back. Yeah, I think the bracelet is what we need, and we don't have it yet. Okay, let's go talk to his brother. Plus, now that we have that paper of the transferal of rights, I wonder if that has something to do with the coercion. Because we're trying to ask him about what he used. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish, his life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone in committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troop lived in a world of showmanship, the flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Flashier the better. Flashy so often means danger. Spades pistol?
Sure.
Why, that's one of ours. Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot 'em cancelled because someone might get hurt? Of course! What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt. Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so the show might go on, and this show... Jump, or maybe it's this.
I think it's that.
Yeah. But... Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name. Alakazog! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot, and this clearly shows just how much of danger she was in. I gotta stop doing that. She was at the greatest risk of being shot.
Is it that because she's in the middle of them two while they're shooting?
Possibly. I mean, if we have enough, this is the only thing I can think of. If we don't have enough, then that would explain why nothing's popping up. Troupe Gamari's performances were very, very popular. Yeah, we got it. Good job, hun. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze, we were an age, a golden age. It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know. A part of his memory is still locked up. There's one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you say, our troupe was a world unto itself. If our leader, Magnifi, was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Valent's got a point. If one of the troupe members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? I'm so close, there has to be something. About how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valent's relationship with Magnifi. I see it in your eyes, you still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. With evidence with a person. The fact that it's asking us makes me think it's a person, or else I would assume we would just give evidence.
But who's the person?
Maybe the dialogue will give us a hint. It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands, and this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. Could it be Trucy?
Oh, there's another heir?
Yeah. Now, were you by any chance trying to threaten me? No, of course not. You'll never make a good blackmail artist. Never. Okay. Not a career choice I'd be considering, actually. So what people would we have? Tie your hands completely. Wouldn't be Spark. And she, we already have established. Maybe it is evidence. Maybe I... Give up your dreams. Work an honest job. That's my advice. The troupe was a tight-knit unit. It's all about the people involved. Their personalities, their histories. Who was Thalassa, really? I see it in your... Oh, actually, I think maybe we are on the right track. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? A proof why Thalos' accident tied your hands so completely. Well, let's see with evidence. No better proof than the evidence. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands, and this evidence proves why Magnifi had so much power over you. Maybe it's the transferal of rights?
Better save.
Yeah. Ooh, we can't save. Give up your dreams, working on his job, that's my advice. I'd better stop dreaming and get to work here fast. I think it is a person, but I don't know which one. Let's go and take a little nod to the players to crack this one. Could it be Apollo? The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. Actually, we don't need to save. Remember that if we lose all our health on a Cyclock, he just gives up for now. So it's not like someone's declared guilty. So, okay, so we're good there. Dang. He's laughing so hard at us.
Is it her herself?
Could it be? Boy, this is probably the most stumped we've been all case. I don't think it'd be Magnifi himself. Okay. Any more of this and something's going to give. Time to cool off a bit and rethink what I'm doing.
Did she have some Cyclops that we still needed to break?
Yeah.
But we didn't get anything else, did we?
No, like, because I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking her good luck charm is this. But we never picked it up in the court record. Listen to me, to my problem. That's Trucy's locket. But I don't think she takes the stamp outside.
And she didn't take it with her to court because it was already gone. But remember they said they tried to get her out of the house, but she wouldn't come unless she had the luck charm.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's the bottle, but I don't know why we don't have it.
Yeah, I don't get it either, because why would talking to Zack or Valen give us the bottle? They don't even know her. Look, our health's gone.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. If this doesn't bring good luck, I don't know what would. I see. Good luck charms are different for different people, I guess. What do you mean? If you say it's lucky, then it must work for you. That's the beautiful thing about good luck charms. We'll get our health back once we do something good, but... Did we miss anything, maybe?
Can you go click on that bottle again?
Well, I did just a second ago, remember? And the crazy thing is, it's checked off. At least she's happy. Maybe I can present something to her? They look pretty incredible in the stamp. I mean, it's like magic. I know, I love the Gamariers. They're just so, magical. She's talking up a storm now, but again, when I can.
Why don't you show her the locket and see if she recognizes the woman?
Ooh. And what do you think about this? I think it just made her nervous. Okay.
Oh, show her the diary.
Oh, yeah. So I guess the only thing we can really show her is the stamp to get her to talk. Huh. This is quite the pickle.
Do you have to do some things in the future?
I don't think there's anything else in the future. Yet.
Interesting.
Are we supposed to present anything to those two outside of the Magatama?
You showed him the rights thing?
Just did right here. Challenge? You want me to make it float, disappear? Okay. Fallon cracks me up. Got nothing to say, do ya? Want to look at the crime scene photo? No. Maybe we could try this with Zach. Because the other two we have done. We did a good job on those. We talked to Drew. This person in the photo is Trucy's mother. How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She is gone. What more is there to say? Lots? I know. Oh, you're still here. According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifi, Gramarier's only daughter, end quote. What? Magnifi's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zach? Brushel, you say too much. What? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zach decked him. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. Thalassa Gramarier, she's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly. Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition? Final? Why? As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter? It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnifi. I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you never lose. It's just a rumor. Yes, for it is impossible to never lose unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. To think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you can try lightening up? That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright.
You did that.
This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Brushel, you may leave. But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop. I punch and I punch, but still it is not enough. I just remembered a future, prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, a nice meeting you, Piano Man. Well, I guess showing him the locket was good. Then let us begin. Dealer? Da? You will be witness to our competition. Da, it is honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around here before? Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name? You know him? After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright, one can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. The Grimarier power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I'd need to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Grimarier knew, but how and why? Wait, we didn't finish his Makatama, but somehow we finished this? Oh, but we didn't. We still gotta do the Makatama. Okay.
But now we need to go talk to, Gavin.
Yeah. Let's talk to Gavin. We haven't talked to this Gavin in a while.
This is the prison?
Yeah. Well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete, right? I forget how to pronounce that. You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zack Grimarier, you know, the defendant? I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zack? Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? After that trial you were arrested and found guilty, but your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I'm an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. Oh, by the way, can we examine his cell?
There's a little yellow yachter. Maybe it got mailed to him.
Ah! It's strange, you know. Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up. Looks like you've got more than books up there. Ah, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Just a little?
He's a bird.
Yeah, what the heck? How do you have a pet bird in prison? This envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here? Ah, yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she is my best friend. Come on, now I'm starting to feel bad for you. Oh? Of course, she's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vongol. Cute, but feisty. Every dog has its thorn. He gets this, that sub chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of the standard prison-issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. You recall that case 7 years ago? Ah, yes, the trial where Zach Grabarier pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Wasn't now. The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous save for one dissenting opinion, yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position after all. For 7 years we've been friends, and yet I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspected me then as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now I'm not sure what I think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Grabarier mentioned your name, Gavin. Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered the restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe, was his name. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. Seemed to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead, someone hit him hard. Me? Please, the cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands should it come to that. I have to know, why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Grabarier.
How many did you got? 5.
Whoa! I've never seen Cyclops like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. He's doing his nails.
What?
He's doing his nails. What do you think about this, Gavin? I hardly need to remind you that I am not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in chair technology. No information forthcoming there, I guess. But we can't even present the Megatama.
You can't?
No. Because he's got black Cyclops.
Can we just present him more stuff?
Possibly. He said he doesn't care about the outside world, but...
Wait, show him the picture of the last one. Well, that bottle's now there.
Oh! Hey! Good eye. Maybe this is how we get the bottle to show her. You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say. One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. Boom.
Hey.
We got it. Let's try to talk to him one more time. You didn't just brain a guy with juice for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, not really. Okay, so it's the same conversation. Ugh, I forgot we can't skip this part. In fact, this music is because we can't skip this part. Game is sad with us. Alright, let's go talk to Vera. You got Arpeggio? Alright, time to crack her. She has regular red Cyclops. This was what they gave you, wasn't it? Ah, the same bottles over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? I heard once, cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? Well, he has the same nail polish. This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised not to tell. I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then. I think they might be the devil. Huh? Or maybe an angel. What do you mean? I saw it, or I think I saw it, when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So where'd you see this devil, then? It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I am sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Marie. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come, promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh, okay. Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. There's nothing else to examine in here. So we got the detention center. We got Zach, we got Solitary Cell 13.
let's go back, see what his Cyclocks are again. Power juices. Now, what was this again? I'm not speaking of that. And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Was it the gun?
I think so. Who'd you present?
Apollo.
You did that before, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we gotta get to the third Cyclock again. Hold on a sec. You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy, I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring.
We don't have it.
That's right, that's what we were missing. You know what? We haven't examined this room, have we?
No.
One of those restaurant tables. This one's the closest to the piano, which makes it the hardest to eat at, I hear. On days when I'm playing, that is. What do you think about the ukulele? The sound is slight, the annoyance curtailed. A ukulele in a Russian restaurant? Then you must go to a Hawaiian restaurant. Hawaiian shirts don't go with my complexion. Wah ha 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 ha. I give up. I must say, it comes as quite a surprise. I never knew you played. I'd do anything else if I could, believe me. Oh yeah, there's something you could help me with. Do you think you could make that piano disappear? It'd help out in a lot of ways, really. Wah ha 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 ha. People always tell me that, except I wasn't joking. This is grape juice? Is it refreshing? I usually drink too much and it ends up making me thirsty. Oh, Mr. Wright. There is something inside that bottle. Huh? It's my business card. You aren't surprised at all. Perhaps you don't like magic? I sure felt surprised. Maybe I had my poker face on. We meet for the first time in 7 years and you offer me this, please. It wasn't a present. It's gotta be real interesting. And I would think this stuff is real interesting.
Can you present him people?
No, can't. Unless the stamp counts. Maybe I'll show him the locket again? Wait, I already showed him the locket! She said her mother was gone. And it is so, what more is there to say?
I feel like we need to talk to that reporter, but I don't know how to get to him.
Yeah, it's like we can't get to him yet. The second letter's not right. Well, at least we examined everything, so we got that. We're done here. Nothing to examine here, right? Just this guy. That guard keeps stealing glances in this direction and scratching his head. Maybe our resident magician showed him a trick or two. Smile, you're on candid camera. I just had to say it, old habits die hard. Maybe I should do a few tricks for the viewers. It was the last psych log. It was something about...
A person or a piece of evidence that had their hands tied?
Yeah. And we couldn't figure it out. Transferal of rights.
You think it could be Gavin? Did we present him?
We didn't.
Because, like...
But do they know who he is?
Well, he was wanting to frame him to keep him locked up. And Gavin obviously knows his counterpart on stage. I don't know the connection, but... Because Zach knows Gavin. We don't know how.
I'm trying to try stuff while you're saying your thing. Oh, I thought you still had something to say, though. Well, let's go for it. I mean, we think it's people, so we have all the people. Alright, good sir. Let's try this again. Danger was the gun. A life was sacrificed so the show might go on. The locket.
I think so.
This shows the danger she was in. There's one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader, Magnifi, was so inclined he could hide anything he wished with ease, but, Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Basically, if he had hid Thalassa's shooting, he is also an accomplice. So how would that be what he coerced them with? Valens got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? I'm so close, there has to be something. About how Thalas's death could affect Zack and Valens' relationship with Magnifi. I see in your eyes you still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove by Thalas's accident, tied your hands completely. So, I remember we tried the transferal of rights and he laughed at us.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. We tried Apollo, Trucy, and Thalassa, and he laughed at us. The thing is, I don't think any of them know who Kristoff is. Maybe Zack? Maybe it's because they both want the rights?
Okay.
It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands, and this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. Dang you. Not a career choice I'd been considering, actually. Give up your dreams. Yeah. The troop was a tight-knit unit. It's all about the people involved, their personalities, their histories. Who was Thalassa, really? But see how it has the orange, like for something important? I feel like it is people, but I just don't know what.
Well, the only people you haven't presented are Gavin and the reporter.
And Drew, and Vera, and Mike. Yeah, I'm sure Mike has something to do with it. Well, let's try Gavin. I mean, we got nothing to lose.
I'm so lost.
I am too.
We just not have enough. I don't know.
But I don't know how else to get it because we have to get it from Zach. But we did everything there except break his final lock, and we don't know how to break that lock because we don't have the bracelet. Man, I'm almost tempted to autoplay it to see what the answer is, but
No.
but I don't want to do that. Syringe? No, not because of his diabetes. Maybe it's the diary?
Have you showed him the diary yet?
Haven't showed him the diary yet. He has information in the diary? I mean, there's a page ripped out of the diary.
True.
Sir, you are the bane of my existence.
Yes.
Well, we haven't actually examined a couple pieces of evidence, so we'll do that. So this is pretty. Zach's signature. I'm sure he's written it many times, being an X-Star and all. I bet there's plenty of people out there who'd kill for a Zach Romario autograph. Ariadone. I've heard of that brand. And this must be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no, maybe it's a hand. Wait, on second thought, is that an eagle? Who makes these things up anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clearer symbol at least. Anything here why he would have power over them? Is it the clown? I mean, Rip Page is there. Here's the thing, though. If it has anything to do with the diary and we have to show this, I'd actually be upset, because they should accept the diary, too, if that's the case.
We've done everything we needed to do.
I feel like we had, and the only thing we can do at the detention center is talk to him. We need to do this, and I don't know what we're missing for this. We've looked at everything. I know that. And he doesn't care about the outside world, so I don't know if he'll respond to anything.
And we've showed him everything.
Everything I can think of. I mean, I could go through each one, but I don't... It's funny, like, this shows as if it's done, but it's not actually done.
Because we have to have his psych lock and show a connection between Thalassa and Apollo.
Yeah. Can't do that.
I don't know, I'm getting tired.
I mean, this one's kicking my butt.
Yes, it is. I don't know if we should call it for today and look at it again tomorrow with a fresh brain.
I guess we could do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Because after we're done with this, it'll be the final part of the trial. And from what I remember, we only have to do a few things with the final trial. So it actually doesn't take a long time. Well...
My brain is really, really tired.
I mean, on the plus side, you know, we made a lot of good progress. We finished 3 of the past things. We got to the last psych lock in the detention center for Valent. We got a bit into Zack. We don't really know what else we have to do there. Maybe we need something to present to him later. And then there's just 2 more. So, I hope a fresh look works for us, because...
Yeah. My brain just can't anymore. And we played for 2 hours, so...
Yeah. 2 hours well spent.